I'm really glad to be back in New York City, my home, where I have so many friends who hate me, so much family who are disappointed in me, where my children live until they abandon me.
You're a dumb bitch.
Oh, who told you?
My goodness, that is a lot of khaki. And I just realized it is actually a very flattering color for most skin tones. I know you're relieved. I just want you to know how much I admire you guys. I could never be brave enough to wear the same outfit every day. My brother toyed with joining the army. He loved the idea of serving his country, but then he snapped a rubber band in his eye, and that was the end of that. You guys have a lot of rules here, which I totally get. You need rules. Women learn rules from women's magazines. I can't make a move without consulting Family Circle or Harper's Bazaar. Otherwise, I'd have no idea what shade of red drives a man crazy. Little hint, it's the one with the least amount of fabric involved.
Women aren't funny.
Your wife must have a sense of humor. She's seen you naked.
I'm sorry, I thought we were truth-telling.
That's Russian, motherfucker.
Told you about the language, you know the drill.
Officer Peluso. Ladies and gentlemen, Officer Peluso! He arrested me just the other night. I don't want my own apartment. I don't feel ready mentally to have my own keys, my own plumbing, my own angry Ukrainian super. I don't feel prepared to take on that kind of responsibility alone. The only thing I feel prepared to take on right now, this very minute, is those fucking losers at the bar. I mean, look at them. The before picture in a Charles Atlas male virility enhancement ad. Just standing there, waiting for me to bomb. It's midnight on a Tuesday, and the highlight of their evening is the possibility of seeing a chick fail. Am I supposed to find them intimidating? Because all I see is a lineup of men who had to go into comedy just to get laid. Seriously, we know that if, say, Eugene, over there, came up to you at a bar in his big boy suit with his tiny baby hands and no opening line pre-written for him, he'd be sent crawling home alone to whack off in his onesie. And stand.
I would like to repeatedly kick every man in here in the balls over the course of the next several hours. I won't, though.
I am still a lady.
I was outside talking to the guys, and Lindsay here whips out his wallet.
What did you think I was gonna say? His penis? No, that was already out.
I met one potential date and he was perfect husband material. I knew he was, because that's what his wife told me. Yes? No? Kind of an in-betweener. Reject?
I'll marry you.
Who's that? Cousin Shmuley. Come on, man. We talked about this.
Now, I'm Jewish, I'm from New York, and perhaps exotic to some of you, so I thought it would be helpful for me to present for you a primer to the Jewish people. First of all, we are always ready to talk about food. Seeing you all eating dinner, I just want to ask what you're eating, if it's good, and tell you what you should have ordered. Complaining. This is big with us. What repressing your emotions is to wasps, complaining is to Jews. It's second nature. But the key is the complaint should never be about big, important things. Only little things like, it's hot out. This restaurant is so far. The line is so long. You know, things nobody can do anything about. Remember, you're not trying to fix anything. You're just trying to be heard. Guilt is big with us, and we use it wisely. And it's not for making yourself feel bad about something you did. It's for making someone else feel bad about something they didn't do. Jewish parents. Yell at your sons for not eating enough. Yell at your daughters for eating too much. And there's the saying often attributed to our great prophet Avraham, anything you can do isn't all that interesting to me.
My parents are people who do not like change. When my husband left me, my father said, "Go get him back." Like I'd accidentally left the barn door open and Bessie the cow had wandered off. And when I didn't go get him back, as instructed, my father was furious. My mother still hasn't heard he's gone, so she hasn't reacted yet. I mean, she's been told, she just hasn't heard it.
I don't understand what's going on.
Me either, sister, me either. There are so many questions spinning around in my head. Why did he leave? Why wasn't I enough? And why didn't they put the stage over there against that wall instead of over here by the bathroom so you wouldn't have to listen to every giant bowel movement that takes place in there?
Hello and welcome to the telethon. Oh, you made a mistake calling a comedian. My refrigerator is not running, sir. Bye now. Hello and welcome to the telethon. No, Rabbi, this is not a good time. L'chaim.
Really? After what I just said about the bathroom? Walk of shame. Walk of shame!
I'm Midge Maisel, Mrs. Maisel on stage. Hey, thanks. I haven't played my hometown for a while. I've been touring with Shy Baldwin for a few months, so. Nice to know that people haven't forgotten me. You haven't forgotten me. My kids have completely forgotten me. They've gotten very jaded having a mother in show business. I showed up the other day, my daughter pointed to her diaper and said, "Sweetie, would you get this?" Then she lit her cigarette, refilled her daiquiri bottle, and fired her agent. Now both her parents are in the biz. Oh yeah, this is what happens when you leave. Remember the first time? In case you don't know, this club is owned by my, again, soon-to-be ex-husband, Joel Maisel. And I am here tonight to say, that half's mine. I'm kidding. Always take the side with the bathroom. Joel is a great father. And I just wanted to get up here and tell him that because we had a little tiff earlier this week about our son. Our 5-year-old just got into collegiate, and it costs so much we have to sell him for parts to get the tuition. My daughter is watching this process very nervously. It's so hard to raise kids when you are married. It's really hard to raise kids when you're divorced. But it's not that hard to raise them when their dad's a great guy. But Joel, there's no fucking way our kids are going to school in Queens. I'll burn this fucking place to the ground. Have a great time, everybody, and drink up. All proceeds go to collegiate.
So my life completely fell apart today. Did I mention that my husband left me? Woohoo! Okay. All right, but did I mention that he left me for his secretary? She's 21 and dumb as a Brillo pad. And I'm not naive. I know that men like stupid girls, right? But I thought Joel wanted more than stupid. I thought he wanted spontaneity and wit. I thought he wanted to be challenged. You know what I mean? You two are gonna be together forever. I'll tell you this much. I was a great wife. I was fun. I planned theme nights. I dressed in costumes. I gave him kids, a boy and a girl. And yes, our little girl is looking more and more like Winston Churchill every day, you know, with a big Yalta head, but that's not a reason to leave, right?
Anyone know this fucker? Dr. Spock? I had never read this, not until my son started doing this really weird thing where I wake up and he's staring at me like he's planning things. And I'm thinking, well, right now he's small, I can take it, but in a few years...
You ever rehearse an argument you plan on having with someone in your head, and during the rehearsal you're perfectly reasonable and they're a jerk, and then the argument actually happens and they're reasonable, but that's not how you rehearsed it, so you become the jerk?
One of the things he says is, trust yourself. You know more than you think you do. Are you fucking kidding me? That's his sage advice? You got this? Trust me, I don't got this.
Dad, why'd you name yourself Richard? He was like, because I want to be rich.
Did you wash your hands? Of course not.
Oh my God!
You ever use schmaltz? Same heart attack, different afterlife.
Even if I did know where the Antichrist was, I wouldn't tell you. We're on opposite sides.
I rather enjoy being on fleek.
I ate a bug.